Hi, welcome. In this video today, we need to talk about something. We need to talk about how you want change. You feel the need for something different, but you can't quite get it. It doesn't quite fit. Things aren't quite falling into place. You feel like you're spinning your tires and going nowhere, like you're trying to run through quicksand. The thing of it is change is always happening. Change is all around us. So, it's okay. If you're in your 30s and with no life direction, choose this. Congratulate yourself. You're aware. You see that things need to change. You see whether you fell back into your programming subconsciously and you feel like you haven't went anywhere in 6 months because you were off doing something, working for a living, making things happen, doing that struggle, that 9 to 5, trying to survive, and then you realized you woke up and you're, oh, that's right. God, I feel like I haven't gone anywhere. So just congratulate yourself, because that awareness, even if you take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, it's still the awareness that you are present in the moment and you are trying to figure things out. So the next thing is to feel yourself. Feel yourself inside, emotionally, energetically. Take something that you don't like or really don't like, maybe that job, maybe a sibling, maybe someone at work that you don't like, or someone that you have to deal with every day. Take that feeling of that person and take that negative feeling and embrace it and feel it. Feel it through all your senses. Now, take something that happened that you do want. Or if you don't have anything that has happened, or you can't think of something right now, that's fine. Think of something when you were daydreaming, or something that you saw that you just, oh man, gotta have that. So take that feeling. Now you've got your high and your low. So you have your internal compass. Use that to help change your perception of things. First off, take the things that don't serve you, and know that doesn't serve you. Like, feel that, and then take the things that you do feel serve you, and you're drawn to those. Now take that same emotion and attach that to your goals or your decisions that you want to make moving forward in your change. And ask yourself too, when you're feeling those feelings, is that your inner critic? Is that your subconscious mind, trying to trick you from not doing something uncomfortable, but staying in the comfortable, and it's okay right here, it's safe? So feel those emotions and ask that question. So from there, what you want to do is move towards the things that make you feel like that, even if it's small steps, and then you just add momentum to that. Then the next thing is to open yourself up. Open yourself up to the possibilities. You are an empowered being. You are made of spirit. Every one of us has the power to not control our lives, but direct our lives through our decisions. Sometimes it's a rash decision where we didn't think about it. We didn't take a chance to take a breath, but take a breath. Think about it. Open yourself up to the possibilities. And then take those possibilities and apply them as often as you can, using critical thinking. Obviously, you don't want to make the wrong decision for the right reason. Maybe that reason is to inspire you, and in that inspiration and following towards that, you find a more reasonable step. Because while you don't want to limit yourself, you have all the time in the world. You have all the time in this lifetime. The moment you start feeling like you don't have the time, you make rash decisions that have short-lived bonuses or short-lived positive things, but long-term destruction or negative things. So your next thing is to trust yourself. In the same way that you open yourself, trust yourself. Is that your higher self? Is it telling you positive things in love and in light? Or is it telling you critical things, like not critical, critique, like critiquing the things that you're feeling. Oh, you're not good enough, or oh, that's not going to work. All those negative emotions. So trust yourself to decide when you have these emotions, is it truly your higher self or is it your subconscious mind? And if it is your higher self, then follow those things. Sometimes when you trust yourself and the door is not the door that you want, maybe you don't want this job, but it came to you through synchronicity, and so you take this job, and then you meet somebody, or something happens at this job, you gain a skill. It's all for a reason. You can't just jump straight from A to Z, even though truly once you get to Z, you start all over again with the next thing, because there's no such thing as a final destination in this life. So after that, the final thing is to question and empower yourself. Question yourself. As I mentioned, question, is it higher self? Is it subconscious mind programming? What is it? Use all these questions, good positive questions, and continue to question in the same way that in therapy, that, well, how does that make you feel? Well, how does that make you feel? Well, the same thing of you're digging for the why. You're digging for gold. You're sifting through all that emotion and thoughts, and you're using them to empower yourself and hold on to the ones that are good for you and help you empower yourself towards your path. And when you're asking yourself these questions and questions about your limiting beliefs, also be sure to add in your negative thoughts as well. When you have your negative thoughts and your limiting beliefs, take them and ask yourself the questions of, how does this make me feel? When did I feel like that before? And try to drill down to the source of these. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just try it. And also in the process, when they first come up, before you actually start doing that process, do this process. And just real quick, to the side note, jot down a positive version, like a super positive version, or an interrupt. Like if you say, oh, I can't do this, this never works out. Whew. Up until now, I couldn't do this, but now things work out. Or, I don't know if I can do it. Reframe that to, I didn't know that I could do it, but now I believe in myself and I will do this. It's going to work out. Everything's going to be okay. Something like that. Write that down to the side and then begin drilling down to help find where these belief systems come from, because we have patterns, and generally if we have a belief system and something happens, then if we dig down we can find when it happened again, or when we felt like that, when we felt disempowered, when we felt scared, and then from there we can continue to dig and just meditate on it. Don't drive yourself crazy, just a little here, a little there, and eventually in the process you can heal that, and then keep healing backwards and find the spot where it originally occurred, or at least where it hurt the most, and then you're able to heal that. There's all kinds of meditations out there. I'll probably try to pull one up before too long, but right now I really want to focus on the message before the meditations. Because when you change your perception on these changes that you're trying to make, that's when you start getting ground. Because you don't get caught in all the fears of, well, this isn't happening fast enough, or this isn't happening, because the truth is, as I said, change is always happening. For better or for worse, it's just change. And it's our mindset that attracts the change and attracts how we deal with that change, how we get defeated or how we overcome. And that is where you, as I said, question and empower yourself to make these decisions. And then from here, now your changes have more impact. And by feeling and navigating these changes, you're dealing with your mindset to help attract. You're opening up to possibilities to help spirit and to show that you're willing to take these changes. Don't just go throwing caution to the wind, because that will also not bring the changes you're looking for. You want these to be changes where spirit comes in and says, here, try this. Here, try this. Sometimes the subconscious mind says, try this. Or your ego says, oh, we can do this, which is kind of counterintuitive. You think ego protects you, but sometimes it's trying to protect you by hurting you. so that it keeps itself intact, because it doesn't want to lose to spirit, to this outside source of unknown. So when you're doing these changes, just keep your head on. Keep your head on straight. Take a deep breath, meditate. Don't make any quick decisions, and let spirit guide you through this amazing life that you're entering into. So today we covered what to do if you feel like you have no life direction. You don't know what to do. You've tried things, change is happening, but it's slow and it's not quite what you want. We congratulated ourselves on the fact that we were aware of this. We felt ourselves to see, where are we at? How does this change feel? What direction should we take? Using our inner compass of feeling. And then we open ourselves to possibilities and show spirit that we're willing to take their hand and be guided. And then we're going to trust ourselves that it is our higher self. And also, when we're using this trust, we're using discernment to decide, is it really right? Because at the end of the day, we have free will and we have to choose what we want. And then lastly, part of the trusting yourself is a question. Ask the right questions to drill down to why this is bothering you, why this is for you, why this, why that. Because in that we find our belief system, and with our belief system, we are able to empower ourselves. Thank you for joining me, and I will catch you in the next video.